What's up and welcome. I'm Matthew Msingati, the designer and developer from South Africa. In this video, we are going to create this awesome user interface. First things first, we are not the one who have designed this awesome user interface. This is the brother that has designed this user interface. First things first, let's appreciate the designer. I was browsing on the internet when I came across this page. Okay, as you can see, this is indeed a revamp of Uber Eats. It's fresh, it's colorful, it's vibrant, and it's professionally designed. So here at Coded Design, we are going to design this using React Native and Expo. Without wasting time, let's just jump straight into it. Okay. So first of all, this is a big UI. Okay. For us, this is the section that we are going to concentrate on. Okay, we are going to design this page, which is I can say the search tab or the search page, and this one, let me just zoom in. Okay, obviously here there is nothing, but I think it's the profile. Okay, as you can see here. Okay, this is the profile page. Okay, I was just hoping that since this one it's orange, it's highlighting that we are on the search tab. Obviously here maybe the designer has some other reason why they didn't put a green color here. Okay, nevertheless, let's just continue. At least we've got a heading there. So these are the two screens that we are going to create. As Matthew, the designer and developer, I've just noticed that in the YouTube community, when we are teaching user interface, we don't apply best practices, solid principle, dry code, and a clean code. Okay, we just create a user interface that looks nice, but we don't adhere to good programming practices. So here at Coded Design, we are going to create this awesome user interface design, but at the same time, we are going to stick to good programming practices so that we can position yourself for employment. Okay. We are going to start on a concept that we have created here at Coded Design, which is component analysis and design. Okay, let me just quickly show you that. Okay, component analysis and design. Okay, so this is a technique that I have adopted from OOAD, object oriented analysis and design. Okay, what we do here, okay, we look at the component. Okay, we look at the design. Okay, we look at the overall design and we look for repeating UI pattern. Okay, because we are going to use best practices and we are going to create a reusable code, we are going to apply the dry principle, do not repeat yourself. We must first analyze the user interface to look for pattern. What's the use of us designing this? Okay, this, and then also redesigning this, and then also redesigning it maybe somewhere else when it appears. Why can't we design one component that we are going to reuse? So on component analysis and design, that's what we are checking. Obviously, as you can see in our search screen here in this screen, okay, this is the first common component that we have. Okay, maybe this is some sort of a list of restaurants which are here. I would like to assume, obviously I have never used Uber Eats. Okay, I stand to be wrong or to be corrected. So I'm assuming that you can click on KFC and then obviously this information will change according to KFC. That's my best assumption. But nevertheless, this is just a scrollable, a horizontal scrollable section. Okay, where I want to go is, as you can see, this is some sort of something like an avatar. It's a circle with an image. This is a circle with an image and this one. Okay, but if you look at the design, we've got another circle with an image here as an avatar. Okay, also at the bottom here, we've got a circle with an image. What does that mean in terms of creating a reusable and a clean code? This means that, okay, we can't create this circle in our code in this section and then create it in this section and then create it in this section. That will mean that we are repeating ourselves. So when I'm talking about best practices, That's what I'm talking about. Without wasting time, let's get into setting up React Native Expo. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pause the video so that I can be ready for that. Set all the things that will take time unnecessarily, and then I'm going to come back when I'm actually creating the application. Okay, guys, I am back. Okay, so I have prepared a Visual Studio Code folder. Okay, the folder is YT Tutorials 2024. So we are going to create, let me just make sure, yes, we are going to create the project inside this folder. So I'm assuming that you are a new beginner, you want to know how do we do things. Okay, that's why I don't have short codes, commands put in place. I want to show you how do you go about getting all these commands. Okay, if you've got Google, you can just go to Google and type create expo app and click enter. Most of the part is just going to be copy and paste. Okay, even us as the YouTube developers, that's what we do. It's just copy and paste. Okay, so what we are going to do here, we are going to copy this command. Okay, as you can see. Okay, and then from there we are going to paste it here. Okay, let me just clear everything. Yes, okay, and then as you can see, npx create expo app, and then we are going to change the name to Uber Eats. Okay, let me just stick to small letters. Okay, Uber Eats, and then you hit enter. Okay, as you can see, this is going to take some time. In order for me to save your time, I'm just going to pause the video. We are going to come back when this step has finished. I don't want to take your time unnecessarily. Okay, guys, I'm back. As you can see, we have finished creating this project. Okay, so let's just quickly check on this folder structure. Do we have Uber Eats here? As you can see, guys, this is the folder for Uber Eats. Okay, so as you can see, based on this command, the last folder that we are in, it's YT YouTube tutorial. Okay, one of the mistakes that a beginner does is to execute some command in this folder, forgetting that this is the parent folder but not the folder with the project. So how do you get into this folder? Okay, we need to change directories by typing this command cd, and then we need to type this as it is. To avoid some spelling errors or typos, I always copy this as it is, and then I will paste it here. So we are changing directory to Uber Eats, and then let's hit enter. And then from here, what we are going to do, we are going to run a command npx expo stat. Okay, in case you are wondering where can you get this command, I believe you can find it here. Okay, if you follow this, okay, you will see it here, npx expo stat. Okay, let's continue, guys. Okay, and then from then we hit enter. Okay, what's going to happen, expo is going to start, and it's going to give us a QR code. That QR code, which says we can scan it, and then we can run the project on our phone. Okay, since we are using React Native, okay, why are we using React Native Expo makes our lives easier. Okay, just like this feature. Okay, with Expo you can go to your Android or your iOS phone and download an app with the name Expo Go, and then use that app to scan this code, and then you have an app running live on your phone. Okay, so now I'm going to set up my let's view, meaning that I'm going to connect my device so that whatever that I'm doing, you can be able to see it on the screen. Then again, I'm not going to waste your time unnecessarily. Just gonna pause the video and do that setup, and then come back when I'm done to show you when I'm scanning and the QR code and then running the app live on my Android phone. Okay guys, I'm back. As you can see, this is my Android phone and this is the Expo Go application. Okay, so I'm just going to click on the Expo Go and then it's going to give me a chance to scan this QR code. Let's just click here. Okay, there are two options to go about it. Okay, as you can see, Expo has already detected that I've got a project running. Okay, you can click this scan or you can click this Uber Eats project. So just to show you, I'm just going to choose this option for scanning. Okay, one other thing that you must do, remember, you need to go and register on Expo. It's free. You are going to have a free account. You don't have to pay anything. They've got a free tier that can do anything, guys, and I mean anything. So you can go and register there. So that's why, as you can see, that Expo has already picked up that I have got this project. It's simply because I've got the login details. I am connected. So let's quickly scan the QR code. Okay. Okay, let me show you my Android phone. My apologies about that. As you can see, guys, okay, and now I am scanning this QR code. QR code has been scanned and the app is running. Okay, so if you are wondering which application am I using to some sort of view my mobile phone on the PC, I'm using an app called Let's View. Okay, I'm using an app called Let's View. I have installed it on my Android phone and also I have installed it on my computer. Also in this app, I'm using the free version of it. So time and again, as we are working on this project, it might disconnect maybe after a certain time. As you can see, it's telling me that it's trying high definition quality. If it's a trial, okay, that means I will have to upgrade. So it will give all those minor things which they are not a train smash. We are going to finish this project, but in case you see it connecting and disconnecting, please bear with me. I'm using a free version of it. As you can see, guys, now our app is running. Let's just prove that this app is running. Okay, let's go to app. Okay, let me first make sure that this is always on top. Okay, let me pin it. Okay, and then let's say don't mind about those. My app is running live. Okay, let me cancel that. My apologies about that. Okay, now let's change something here. Okay, let's change something here. Let's just type. Okay, please subscribe to my channel, Coded Design. Okay, let's save and see. As you can see, guys, please subscribe to my channel, Coded Design. That means we are ready to go. Okay, I'm happy if you have made it this far. Congratulations. That means you are on your way to becoming a better developer. Okay, a better developer. Okay, let's continue, guys. Let's go back to the mockup. Okay, let's go back to the mockup. In fact, we can also click here on Figma. Okay, as we have noticed when we were analyzing this user interface, we are having this component. Okay, this component, we can say it's a circular image. Okay, it's appearing here, it's appearing here, it's appearing here. So what we are going to do, we are going to only create this common component as a standalone component so that we can reuse it whenever we get here. So let's call this a circular image. Okay, let's quickly do that, guys. Okay, let's go back to our code. So as you can see, this is our code, and then the other thing that we must do, guys, okay, let's quickly press here Control C on Windows to cancel this running app. I don't like the fact that we are in the parent folder. As you can see, there are some folders that we are seeing here, which I really don't want to see. Okay, so let me just say view in Explorer or reveal in Explorer. Here in Explorer, I want this folder Uber Eats, only this folder. And then from there, let me copy that. Let's open a folder here, guys, and then let's paste the path that we have copied. As you can see, now we are in the Uber Eats folder. Let's quickly check what will happen here. As you can see, guys, now we only see the Uber Eats. So let's go to the terminal, click new, and then we can run the same command that we ran. Okay, in Visual Studio Code, when you are in Visual Studio Code, you can just press the arrow up on Windows. It will run the previous command that it ran, or the last command, which is expo start, and then we click there, and that is it. Okay, when we are ready, we're just going to refresh the Expo Go, okay, app, and then we are good to go. So as you can see, guys, this is the folder structure. So what we want to do first, let's create a folder for components. Okay, components. Okay, these are our reusable component. We are going to write a clean code. As you can see, guys, okay, as you can see, now we just need to refresh. What you can do on your phone, the one that you are handing, you can just shake it, and then it will give you an option to refresh the app. Let me do that. Okay, as you can see, I've just shake the phone, and then it's giving me a chance to reload. This is the advantage of working with Expo. Okay, you can just shake the phone in a true sense of the word, like vibrate it, and then it will give you a chance to reload. Okay, let's continue, guys. Okay, we've created a folder here, component. Let me just increase the screen light. Okay, happy with this. Okay, guys, as you can see, now we've created a folder component. We said our first component is going to be circular image. Okay, let's quickly do that. Okay, another thing, guys, one last thing, my apologies, we are going to use TypeScript. Okay, so what we can do, we can just rename this from JS to TypeScript. The system will detect that we are trying to use TypeScript, and it will install TypeScript automatically. So let's just change this to TSX. As you can see, the system will start to install TypeScript. Okay, we are not going to use JavaScript, we are going to use TypeScript. As you can see, it's installing TypeScript. Okay, while it's busy, let's just continue and create our component. Let's say this is a circular image. Okay, that means it's a circle with an image inside .tsx. Okay, TypeScript has been installed, everything works well. Okay, so I'm going to use a shortcut RNFE, okay, which is made possible by this extension ES7 React Redux, this one. Okay, ES7 React Redux. If you install this, then this shortcut will be possible. And then what we want to do, we are going to receive the image URL. Okay, let's say the URI, image URI, let's say image URI. Okay, that's the only thing that we are going to receive in terms of the image URI. Let's just go to our mockup. Okay, let's look at the circular images if they don't have borders, because sometimes this component, as we are creating it, because we are going to create it once and reuse it, so let's quickly check in our overall design, doesn't it have a border? Okay, so that if it has a border, then we can factor that or consider that. Okay, as you can see, guys, it looks like it has been used without a border across the entire application. There is no way we have a circular image with a border. Okay, I'm happy with that. It means that the only thing that this component is going to accept, it's an image URI, which is a location where the image will be. Okay, So we are receiving these props. Since we are using TypeScript, we need to type this, okay, to tell TypeScript that this prop, we are going to receive it as a string, okay, so that TypeScript might expect a string. And then what we are going to do inside here, we need that image, okay. Let's use image, okay, a self-closing tag. Okay, we need to import it. How do you import it? In Windows, just go here, okay, and put your cursor here next to that image, and then press Control and press spacebar, and then it's going to give you a chance to import this, okay. As you can see, now we need to supply our image with a source, okay, with a source. Since all our images are going to come from online URLs, and then we need to put another curly braces here, and then we need to type URI. Maybe now you know why this is image URI, okay. Type URI here, and then for now let's just put an empty string. So what we want to do, let's go to the internet and look for KFC logo. Let's say KFC logo. Okay, let's take the secular one, this one. And then what we are going to do, we are just going to copy the image URL or image address. As you can see, guys, we've just copied the image address. And then from there, we are going to paste it here. Let's paste it here and save. Okay. As you can see, guys, nothing happens. Why? Simply because the component that we've created, it's not part of the main module. Okay. Now let's go to the app module and let's import this. Okay, let's import that secular image. Okay, secular image component, let's import it as a self-closing tag, and we need to supply the image URI. For now, it's just going to be an empty string because we already have it here. As you can see, guys, we already have it here. Now, even though we have managed to import this here, but there is nothing that we can see here, okay. So what we need to do, we need to put the style here, okay. We need to put the style, we need to style this image, okay. What I'm going to do, as you can see, this URL, it's too long. As a result, it affects our code. So we're going to be clever. We're just going to, on this image URI, we are going to assign this, okay, and then we are going to take this variable and put it here. As you can see, guys, now our code is nice, short and neat. So let's add the style. Okay, let's add the style, and then let's start with the width. Okay, width and height, let's make it 50, and the height of 50. Okay, let's save and see, guys. As you can see, guys, the image is there. Okay, let me just put a background there to show you something. Okay, since we are in styling, so I might as well explain everything to you. Let's put a background color of red. As you can see, the image that we already have, it's not secular, okay, but we happened to use an image that is already secular. So that might be a little bit confusing because we must make it secular, okay, so that even if we have used an image that is not already secular, it can work. So let's quickly change the image, guys, so that we can find an image that will explain what I'm saying better. Okay, as you can see, which one can we take? Okay, which one can we take? Let's take this one, guys. Okay, just to illustrate the point, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy this. Okay, image address, copy image address. As you can see, guys, copy image address. I'm done with that. Okay, go back to the code. Okay, instead of this, I'm going to put this one. Okay, I hope you guys are learning. If you're learning something, please don't forget to subscribe. Let's save as you can see, guys, meaning that our image is not circular. Okay, let me remove the red background. I wanted to show you that, and then let's make it circular. Border radius. Okay, the rule of thumb, always take the half of the width and half of your height, which is in our case is 25, so that you can get a perfect circle. Okay, as you can see, guys, we've got a perfect circle. We've just created a component, a standalone component, which is circular image. Now we can reuse this image across our user interface. As you can see, we're going to use it here, we're going to use it here, we're going to use it here. But what might be some variations of it? Maybe the size might not be the same. As you can see, this size is a little smaller, this one is a little bit bigger, and this one it's big. Okay, so now let's create this component to be reusable. Okay, we've already accommodated the image URI. That means we will pass it when we are using this component, which is good, but that's not enough. We need to allow a space for the image, okay, which is for the size. We know that this is going to be always a perfect circle, okay, meaning that we don't really need, let's say, to supply here width 20 and height of 20. Okay, height of 20. And so what we are going to do instead, let's just say here the size only. Okay, instead of passing the width and height, let's just pass the size. Okay, we are using TypeScript. We need to type this. It's going to be a number. Okay, size. Okay, is declared, but its value is never read. I understand that. Duplicate identifiers. Okay, let's just say img size. Okay, img size. Okay, and let's start. Oh, okay, this is my mistake, guys. Okay, this is my mistake. Okay, this is not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be inside here. Okay, my apologies about that. Copy this image size, put it here, and type it as a number. Okay, as you can see, guys, now what we are going to do, we are going to take this image size and put it here on the image width and put it on the image height. If you've supplied 50 here, it's going to be 50-50. If you've supplied 20 here, it's going to be 20-20. Now let's quickly go back and create image size, not image URI, img. Okay, can't we be consistent if we are using image and use image in everything instead of the other one we are using img and the other one we are using image? Okay, image size. Okay, not img size. Let's use image size. Okay, just to be consistent with our naming convention. Okay, copy this and paste it here, and copy this image size, paste it here. Okay, something went wrong. Okay, it's my mistake, guys. Okay, I want to change image size instead. Here I want to change image size, and then here I want to change image size. I want to change image size. Okay, I hope it's clear, guys. Now what I want to do, I want to come here and I want to put the image size equal to 50. Okay, I want to put the image size equal to 50. As you can see, guys, everything works well. But what if our image size it's 90? Let's quickly see. Now our image is not a perfect circle, which is a problem. How can we circumvent that? Let's come here. Now let's make this 25 a variable. Okay, let's make this 25 a variable. This means that this 25 now will always be image size divide by 2. Okay, sorry, divide by 2. Okay, so that we can always get a perfect circle. Okay, so when we come back here in the calling module, even if now you can have 30, this will always be a perfect circle. Okay, guys, what can I do? Okay, let's continue. Okay, let's continue. And then we are happy with this component. It's a reusable component. Okay, how reusable is this component? This means that whenever we want to use it somewhere else, okay, it's as easy as, okay, one last thing, this is not a dynamic URL. Let's copy this and delete this from here, and then we need to supply this image URL from here. Okay, image URL from here. Okay, I hope you can see this. Okay, and then now this is how reusable this component is. Okay, let's say we want to put a Burger King and the other one. As you can see, guys, we have just created a lot of these. Now that component, it's as easy as reusing like Burger King logo. Excuse me with that Burger King logo. We're just going to copy the image address, and then we're just going to replace this image address with the Burger King's image address. Okay, is it too long or what? Okay, let me just save and see. As you can see, guys, now we've got a Burger King image. Okay, meaning that we are reusing that component instead of creating it here, creating it here. What if maybe we want to make changes? Maybe we want to add a border. We just go to the same component, only this one, and then here we can add a border in this image. Okay, that means all these components will change. I hope you got that one. We have managed to create this component as a reusable component. Okay, so step number 2, as you can see that this component, it is inside a, what can I say, inside a scrollable horizontal scrollable item, or it is a horizontal scrollable item. Okay, so now we are going to create that. Okay, what we are going to do, we are going to use a component, a React Native component, which is called a flat list. Okay, this is a list and it's a flat list. I'm going to show you now how to use a flat list. Okay, so what we are going to do, let's say, okay, these are restaurants. Okay, these are restaurant. Yes, different types of restaurant. What can we call this? What can you call this component? Don't know. Okay, for now, let's create a flat list and then we will rename it. We will make it a component later. Okay, let's first make this a component. Okay, so let's check, go to the calling module. Okay, what we want to do, let's delete this one, the one that has a very long URL, including this one. Okay, let's save and see. As you can see, we only have this one. So below this, now at least we can delete this text. Okay, we can delete this text, and then now what I want to do here, I want to use a flat list. Okay, if you are going to use a flat list, you need to provide a flat list with an array. Okay, you need to provide a flat list with an array. Okay, so first let's declare an array. Const let's say restaurant. Okay, restaurant logos. My apologies about this. This is not what I wanted. Restaurant logos is equal to an empty array. Okay, as you can see, guys, we've got an empty array of restaurant logos. Okay, so what we want to do, okay, what we want to do now, we need to provide a list of restaurant logos. Okay, let's say we are going to have an image URI, which is starting with capital letter, image URI. Okay, and then let's start with this one. Okay, let's copy this one, put it here. That means we've got the first image. What is the problem? Okay. Um. Okay, now I see what is the problem. Okay, now I see what is the problem. This is an image. Oh, yes, this is an image, but this is an array. Okay, but let's make it an array of objects. Okay, let's make it an array of object, which is we're just going to open these curly braces, and then from here, now this is an object. That's why now it can allow this format. Okay, so the first image URI, am I doing the right thing? Yes. Okay, the first image URI is this one. The second one, let's check here. The second one is this one. Okay. I think I'm doing something wrong. Okay, my JSON, what can I say? My JSON structure is not right. Okay, this is something that I can fix, but let me just show you an alternative or another way to fix this. Okay, another way to fix this. The developer's friend, it's ChatGPT or Google. Okay, ChatGPT or Google. Okay, I just want to show you what I do, let's say when I have something that is difficult or I forgot or whatever. So let's just quickly ask ChatGPT. Okay, let's say please provide a is there something is like is a TypeScript array? I think an array, it's an array even if it's in TypeScript. Okay, please provide a JavaScript array. A JavaScript array. Let's just check what may be the problem here. Okay, please provide a JavaScript array of objects with image URI as an item. Okay, and that is it. Let's just quickly check here. Okay, ChatGPT, it's giving us the perfect way, or what can I say, the correct way of writing an array of objects. Okay, as you can see, guys, this is the perfect format. Okay, this is an array of object. This is what I forgot. Okay, let's just quickly copy this. Okay, quickly copy this and come back here. Okay, let's just paste this here. Okay, instead of using var, we are going to use const. Okay, let's just copy this here. Okay, just copy this and delete our wrong format and take ChatGPT's right format. Okay, so whenever we encounter any other problem, obviously we will see how do we figure it out ourselves. Okay, how do we figure it out ourselves? But here I was just showing you that you can use ChatGPT as your friend. Okay, let's see what else. What I like about ChatGPT's structure, it has also gave us a chance to provide the name. Okay, is it necessary? Since it's already here, let's just use it. So now we are going to have KFC, and then in terms of the description, we're just going to say KFC, assuming that we might use these. Okay, maybe we are just assuming there might be a situation in our user interface where we will have to put the name. Okay, that is just the biggest assumption, and then we're going to paste all the URIs here. Okay, let's see how many do we need here. 1 2 3. Okay, so what we can do, let's we are done with KFC. Let's put the URI for KFC, which is this one. Okay, and then let's say here we are having Burger King. Okay, Burger King, and what else? The description is just going to be Burger King. Burger King, and the URI, image URI. Where's our Google? Our Google is gone. Let's go back. Burger King logo. Okay, let's copy this image. The Burger King image address was too long. It was too long. Let's try this one, a different one. I'm hoping this one is not going to be too long. Image address, let's just see. Okay, as you can see, this one is not too long. Let's use this one. Okay, copy here, Burger King. Okay, save. Let's go to our UI. This is, I think this is Pizza Hut. Okay, let's go and check it here. Okay, Pizza Hut logo. Okay, here is it. Okay, let's take this logo, copy image address, go back to the code and paste it here. Okay, the description still the same, and then the URI, let's change it. Okay, go back and check there. What's the other name? This one's just generic. Okay, okay, just take this one, copy image address, copy and paste this. Okay, okay, image address, go back here. Let's just type GN here, GN here. That means just general. Oh, it's not that important. Okay, let's take this one, copy image address. Okay, okay guys, looks like now we are done with the admin, okay, for the flat list. Okay, we are done with the admin. Let's just take GN. We're not going to use these names anyway. Okay guys, and then what we want to do, we've got an array. Okay, as you can see, this is an array of object 1, object 2, object 3. Okay, we've got the URI. Now we are going to use a flat list. Okay, so let's go back to where. Okay, let's highlight this and format our code. Okay, I think Visual Studio Code is using Prettier as a formatter. Okay, our code is short and neat. Where do we want to be? We want to be here on the circular image. Now we don't want to render this circular image for now. Okay, let's go back. Let's just go to the bottom of it. So what we want to do, guys, we want something called a flat list. As you can see, here is it. We want a flat list, and then let's make it a self-closing tag. Okay, obviously flat list is going to complain because it needs some properties. The first property of a flat list, it's I think it's data. Okay, this data, the data, it's an array from which this flat list is going to pull the data from. Okay, we are telling the flat list to pull the data from this. Okay, it must be an array. If it's not an array, it will complain. Okay, what is this flat list trying to do for us? The flat list is trying to do for us is trying to create this list. Okay, as you can see, this scrollable list. Okay, let's go back. What else do we want? Let's see. Okay, the flat list also wants us to render the items. Okay, let's just quickly check here. Flat list take name as a string, image URL. What else is it complaining about? It wants this render item prop. Okay, let's supply it with the render item. Okay, so the render item prop, it's a function, okay, which returns a JSX element. Okay, what element do we want to repeat? In our case, we want to repeat this image, circular image. We want to repeat the circular image taking data from this array. I hope you got that one. So what we want to do, we want to create a function, an arrow function here. Okay, and then this arrow function, we are not going to use curly braces here. Okay, we're not going to use curly braces. We are going to use brackets. Okay, these brackets. Okay, and then what we want to do now, let's just put this as it is. Okay, for now, let's just put a view. Okay, just to get the syntax of this right, as you can see, guys. So that means the syntax is right. So if we can take this circular and push it here, let's just open this so that we can have more space. Okay, so instead of this view, we can push this so it will still work. And then let's just save and see what will be shown here. Okay, it looks like, where is our our let's view? Okay, successfully connected. Why it's not showing our code? Okay, that's not much of a problem, guys. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to pause the video. I'm just going to refresh this let's view and get it back to be connected. I don't want to waste your time unnecessarily. Okay, guys, I am back. My apologies about that. As I've told you that this application, it sometimes disconnects itself. Okay, let's continue, guys. Now let's save and see what is going to be shown on the screen based on what we have done, and then we take it from there. As you can see, guys, now the flat list is rendering how many items? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you guess where is that number of items coming from? Let me remind you, it's coming from this array. Okay, that means here we've got 5 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, guys, the flat list is repeating these items for us, but it's not using this information yet. Okay, so let's quickly do that. And then in order for us to do that, okay, this function on render items, it receives an argument which is item. Okay, and then from this item you can access the array items. Okay, that means each of those. Okay, now what we want to do in each of those items, we want the image URI, as you can see. So now we are telling the flat list that as you repeat the item, please use this image URI. Let's save again, guys, and see. Okay, as you can see, guys, it's rendering different items. Now I hope you understand what a flat list does. Okay, there is a way to, what can I say, to create your own flat list, I can say, or a watered down version of it by using a map function, meaning that you can map, okay, you can map through this array and display the items as you wish. But us, we are using React Native features, which is we are just using this flat list. As you can see, guys, this is just a flat list. So now our flat list is vertical. We want to make it horizontal. So let's go to the props. For the flat list props, let's just type here horizontal to see what we are going to get. Okay, horizontal, as you can see. Okay, what we want, we can assign true to this horizontal. Okay, we can assign true and save. As you can see, guys, now it's horizontal. We will fix this. Okay, now okay, or we can just put horizontal without any without equating it to true. It will serve the same purpose. Okay, now let's go back to this. Okay, now what we want to do, let's go back to, okay, we are already on the main app. There is an element, okay, or a component called SafeArea view. Okay, the SafeArea view renders your own component in a safe area, meaning that, let's say, in most phone you've got a camera in the middle here. So if you leave your app like this, meaning that this component or these items will be rendered beneath or under that notch. So how do you solve that problem? You use a SafeArea view. So let's quickly do that. Let's change the parent component here, okay, which is this one. It has got style.container. Remember, when we were putting the React Native Expo project, it gives us this style automatically, this style.container. If you might be wondering where is this coming from, let me show you where it has been declared. But in our case, we are not using this type of styling. Here is it. Okay, it has been declared here. So let me remove it and click save. So obviously there will be an error because we are using a variable that has not been declared. So what we can do, we can remove this. Okay, and then let's put true brackets. Okay, as you can see, guys, because we have removed that styling which was here, now this has moved to the right a little bit. That's not much of a problem. Now let's use a what can I say, let's use a SafeArea view. A SafeArea view. Okay. Let's do this, guys. Okay, let's say undo. Okay, undo. Okay, guys. Now, let's just go inside here and let's type a SafeArea view. As you can see, here is the SafeArea view. Okay, let's put it like this. Okay, so this SafeArea view is supposed to help us with this problem, but where we are importing it, I am not happy. I don't usually import the SafeArea view from React Native. Okay, in most cases, the path always seems like something with the context, but I'm not happy with where we are importing it from. I'm just saying, guys, it might not work as intended because usually I don't import it from there, but if it works, then we are cool. So let me replace this overall parent container with this one. Okay, let's click save. Okay, let's see what it says. Okay, we are opening it here, and then, okay, we didn't put a closing tag for it. Let's click and see. Okay, as you can see, guys, I don't think it's working as intended. Okay, these are the things that we can deal with them later. Okay, let me just quickly pause the video. I'll be back now. Okay, guys, let's continue. Okay, let's just make sure that we are safe. Okay, we are bulletproof safe. Okay, so let's just quickly go to the Expo documentation. Okay, as you can see, guys, here on the export documentation, there is a package called React Native SafeArea context. Okay, this is what I meant, guys. So let's go back to our code. Let's stop the running application by pressing Ctrl C. As you can see, we are stopping with the server, and then let's just first type the command clear to clear everything. As you can see low, so let's paste this npx expo install React Native SafeArea context. Okay, and then let's paste this. This is the one that works in iOS and also it works in Android. Okay, The normal safe area view from React Native, it always gives challenges, as you have seen. Okay, if you've made it this far, I am happy and I am excited that you have made it this far. Okay, guys, so we are becoming better developers. If you know nothing about coding, React Native, and good programming practices, you are in good hands. Okay, as you can see, guys, now let's press the arrow up. Okay, so that we can get into Expo, npx expo start, and then let's start the server again. Okay, so in terms of the safe area view, we are going to use the Expo safe area view instead. Okay, and then we will check the difference. Okay, at least now we know that we did the right thing and we are safe. Okay, because you need to write a code that will work in all devices instead of writing a code and cross fingers while it's in production. Okay, guys, let's just wait for some time. Okay, as you can see, okay, the system has finished. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my device because I'm using Expo Go. I'm going to shake it, and then after shaking it, it's supposed to show me an option to refresh. Okay, I've been shaking it multiple times and it does not. That's not much of a problem. Let's just go back here and refresh. Okay, Metro not connected, and that's true, it's not connected. So let me close this, go back here. I hope it's going to start from scratch. Yes, this is what I wanted. Okay, guys, let's continue. We were busy with our flat list. Okay, we were busy with our flat list. Let's check the percentage, how far it is. Okay, let's check the percentage. As you can see, guys, boom, it's done. Let's continue, guys. Okay, now let's remove this import, this safe area view, remove this one, and then we go back here. Okay, and then we're going to put our cursor here, press Control and press space bar. And then as you can see, guys, now we are not going to import from React Native, but from React Native safe area context. Okay, now let's save, guys, and see the changes. Okay, let's wait and see, it's still refreshing. Well, maybe let's say in case there are no changes, that is not much of a problem, guys, but we know that we did the right thing. Boom, as you can see, guys, now this has moved from here to here. That means we are winning. Okay, now let's go back to our mockup. Let's check our mockup. Okay, so what we want to do now, let's just repeat these logos. Okay, let's just keep on repeating these logos so that we can test the scrollability, if that's the English word, or that's the correct English word, to test if this can scroll. Okay, to test if our flat list can scroll. So what we are going to do, let's go to our array. And what we are going to do, as you can see, guys, now our code is becoming longer and cluttered. And you know, at Coded Design, that's not how we roll. Okay, so let me copy this effect from here, copy this up until here, and then let me paste it. Okay, so instead, if we had 5 items, now we are going to have 10 items. Okay, as you can see, still that's not enough. Copy and paste again, save. Okay, I think now it's enough. Let me take my phone and let's see if it's scrolling. As you can see, guys, boom, it's scrolling. I'm happy with this. Obviously, maybe you might notice that the quality of this view is not as clean as it used to be. It's simply because I'm using a free version of Let's View. As long as, guys, we can see this, I'm happy with it. Okay. So now what we want to do, let's look at the mockup and check the proportion. To me, it feels like our our icons are small, or maybe it's the quality issues. Okay, let's go to the mockup and see. As you can see, guys, this is somewhat big and visible. Okay, this is somewhat big and visible, but ours, it's not as big as, let alone the quality decrease by the app that we are using, but this is not big enough. Okay, so where are we going to go if we want to fix this? Okay, where are we? Where do we want to go? Okay, let's first do some housekeeping here. Okay, this module, it's app module. Its primary responsibility is to render components, or to it's a layout, okay, of everything. It's more like a home. So declaring constants and these values, it's not its primary responsibility. What does that mean? We have to take this out, this array out. So let's go to our folder structure and let's create a folder with the name, not inside the components. Okay, not inside components here. A folder called constants. Okay, constants, where is constants? And then let's create a file. Let's name that file constants also. Okay, constants, let it be a TypeScript. I don't think we're going to have uh, a Java, a JSX here. Okay, we're not going to have any styling, HTML, and all those things. So let's put this here. As you can see, guys, we've got the same array here. Then let's export this array. Okay, let's export this array. Okay, we have exported this array. So let's go to here and let's import this array. As you can see, boom, everything is working. Let's look at our layout. As you can see, guys, okay, very nice, short and straight. If maybe another developer can come to our code, it's going to be easier for them to look at it. Let's just format it with prettier. As you can see, I'm happy with this. Okay, we are getting there. What's the next step? Okay, the next step is, let's change the size of this icon. Okay, the size of this icon. What I'm going to do, let's check on our flat list. Okay, as you can see, guys, if we can change this in one place, which is here, let's make it 40. As you can see, guys, it changes everywhere. This is the beauty of writing a clean, scalable, and a reusable code. If we didn't do it this way, it will mean we have to go where we have to go into this component, this one, this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and then we will have to make changes there. Okay, but because of we are were adhering to best practices, we can change this in one place and it changes everywhere. Okay, so let's just make it 45. Okay, so guys, let's test if we are scrolling, if it works. Boom, as you can see, guys, we are getting there. This is what we want. Why these images, they look like they are not equal in terms of the width and height, simply because the actual images, they are not the same. Okay, that's the problem. The actual images, they are not the same. Some have got a less headroom, that means a space above the head, and some they don't have it at all, and some they have the big headroom. Okay, let's continue, guys. I'm happy with this. Now, as you can see, when we are scrolling, there is a horizontal tab thing there, okay, which we don't want. Okay, we don't want that horizontal tab thing. And also, I don't think there is a gap between, there is a space between these components, okay, between our images somewhere here, guys. Okay, I don't think there is a space. Let's just quickly check the mockup, because yeah, as you can see, there is a breathing space between these. Okay, let's quickly add that. So let's go to our flat list. Let's give it a style. I usually like to put a style right at the end. Where is the flat list? Here is the flat list. Okay, right at the end, I'd like to put a style. Why? Because with style, there is a lot of things that will be in here. So I don't want to clutter my code by putting those at the top. Okay. So let's just, for testing, let's just set the background color to gray. Just for testing. As you can see, guys, this is gray. Okay. Okay. Now what we are going to do, before we get into the gap, let's work on the heading at top. Okay, heading top. Okay, heading top. Let's work on the padding top. Let's put 10 and see. Okay, obviously we don't see how big the padding is because there is no color there. Let's go back to that gray, guys. Okay. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean padding stop. My apologies. Padding vertical. Okay, that means top and bottom. Okay, I'm happy with this, guys. At least there is a breathing space. In terms of the horizontal, okay, in terms of horizontal, there is no need because our item, they are coming from this screen to this screen. Like they must start from the edge. Okay. Okay, what else can we do? What I want to do now, let me work on this spacing. Okay, so let me go to each item, which is here. Okay, if I go to each item, guys, it's going to be a problem because sometimes we are going to use this component not inside a, what can I say, not inside a flat list. For instance, let's check our mockup. Sometimes we're going to use this item just here. Okay, so let's see, where can I put the margin? Okay, let's put the margin. Where can I put the margin? Where can I put the margin? Because if I can put the margin in this reusable component, it will mean that whenever I'm reusing this component, it's going to have a margin. Okay, it's going to have a margin, of course. Okay, let me do this, guys. Let me do this. Let me allow an opportunity for the calling module, which is the what can I say? Let me allow the opportunity for the calling module, okay, which is the client code, to pass through the styling as it wishes. Now that this component is inside a flat list, it needs a margin, let's say right, of maybe 5 or 10. Only the margin right, so that there could be the gap here. But when we are reusing this component here as an avatar, it doesn't really need the margin right. Okay, if I can put the margin right in this component, that will be a problem. Okay, because now when we are displaying this component close to the edge on the right, it might have a margin that it doesn't need. What does this mean? It means that this component is not flexible enough. Okay, so let's do something like this. Okay, let's allow this component to take a style prop. Okay, to take a style prop, which is okay, let me go to this. Okay, to the actual component. Let's now let's change this. Instead of these being what can I say, horizontal, let's make these to be vertical. Okay, okay, let me enter here, enter here. Okay, I'm happy with this, guys. Okay, happy with this. Now here, let's receive a style. Okay, let's receive a style. Now what we want to do, comma, and then let's come here and say style. First of all, let's just for now, let's just say string, just to remove all the errors. Okay, as you can see, the errors are gone. Let's go here. Obviously here is an object, it's not a string, which is a problem. For now, let's just put a string. Okay, just put a string. Okay, for the sake of testing. Now guys, what we want to do, we want to use this string as a styling, which is a string cannot be used as a styling. Okay, it cannot. Okay, whatever that I was trying to experiment, it's not going to work this way. Now let's do things the right way without the experimenting thing. Let's come back here. Let's type this. Okay, this is, it's my first time to do this, but I believe it's possible. Let's type this as a style. Okay, let's type this as a style. So I'm just going to use the IntelliSense. I'm going to rely on the IntelliSense. I want this to be a view style type. Okay, I think suppose we have it here. Here is it. Okay, a view style type. Okay, let's say this component was an image. We were going to look for image style type. Okay, something like that. As you can see, here is a type. Okay, meaning that it will accept the properties of an image. Okay, all the properties of an image, like let's say src on all other things, source and all other things, the size, the width and whatever. So let's make it a view style. Okay, we are taking these props. Okay, let's just quickly check if we can see some clues. Okay, we don't see any clues here. Let's come back here. Okay, it doesn't give us any clues. That's not much of a problem. It will give us something here. Okay, because we are assigning a string to a style. Okay, so let's quickly check here. Okay, let's see. Okay, how descriptive it is. A string has no properties in common with view style. What are those properties that are common in view style, which is declared here on, as you can see, let's say image string, image size and whatever. Okay, this is not what I wanted, but let's try to give some style properties. Okay, let's say of a view. Okay, what are the style properties of a view? Let's say padding. Okay, I was hoping it's going to give me some hint because I have typed this as a style view. Okay, let's say padding 50. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. Okay, let me do it this way. Okay, I was hoping. Okay, let me put some other curly braces. Okay, this looks like we're winning. Let's put padding. Okay, as you can see guys, I had to put some curly braces. Padding 30. Okay, as you can see, it accepts that because it knows that this is a style. Okay, because it's a view style. Okay, we are winning guys, we are getting there. Our component is becoming flexible. Employers and other developers will love us because our code is clean and it's easy to follow. Our components are flexible. We are killing it. Let's continue guys. Okay, so we can receive the style. Okay, any style for this particular case. For now, let's just say margin. Okay, we are just testing guys. Okay, or can we test with something that is visible? Okay, let's say margin of 30. We are just testing. And then let's take this style where we are accepting it. Which component? Circular component, here is it. Now let's receive this style. Let's receive this style where I am. Here is the style. Let's receive the style. And in this view, in the parent view, okay, in the parent view, let's say the style, okay, let's say the style is equal to style. Okay, save. Boom guys, as you can see, now we have a margin of 30. Okay, meaning that now this component is flexible, highly flexible. You can copy this component and use it in another project. Okay, let's go to the app. Now let's do what we wanted. We wanted margin right. Okay, we wanted margin right, and I think we wanted at least 10. As you can see guys, now we've got a space. Let me take my phone and scroll. As you can see, guys, there is a space there. Okay, let's make a space of 15 just to follow the UI. Okay, because the UI has got an enough breathing space. Check here, guys. Okay, we just have exactly that. Okay, we have this exactly. Okay, remember the initial problem that we're solving is this horizontal scrolling bar. Okay, that was the problem that we were trying to solve. Let's remove the gray on this flat list. Flat list style, here is it. Remove the gray on the flat list. Okay, and then let's go to the flat list, and then let's just type scroll. Okay, and see what options do we have there. Scroll, 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 and it's something to do with horizontal. Okay, and nothing like that. Oh, I don't see it. Let me say, okay, oh, scroll enable. Yes, okay. Scroll indicator, scroll event. I think it has got something to do with indicator. Okay, let me just check here. Scroll indicator. Let's first try this one. Okay, show vertical scroll indicator, show horizontal scroll indicator. This is what we want. Okay, we don't want to show that. Okay, it's equal to false. Okay, now let's scroll, guys, and see. As you can see, guys, boom, we are in the game. This is money in the bank. Okay, meaning that if you can do things like these, employers will favor you and you will be employed and you will make a lot of money, and I will be happy because I've contributed towards helping you becoming a better person, as a result becoming a better developer. Okay, let's continue, guys. I think we are finished with the top section. Okay, we are finished with this part. It's highly reusable and I'm happy with it. Okay, now as you can see, this part, it's somewhat like this one. Okay, very similar. Okay, but it has got some names here. Okay, some names here. Okay, so let's quickly do that. Okay, let's quickly do that. We are going to achieve that by using the same. We are going to achieve that by using the same flat list, but now instead we are going to make use of the names of these logos. Okay, later we are going to change the pictures. Okay, instead of being logos, we are going to change it to these images. Okay, let's quickly do that, guys. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to copy this flat list. Okay, what's going on here? What is this? React fragment, and it's just an empty fragment. Let's delete it. I don't need it. Was there any change because of that? Okay, for now I don't think so. For now I don't think so. Yeah, for now I don't think so. Okay, and then we want to duplicate this flat list. Okay, this is a safe closing tag. It ends here. We want to duplicate this flat list. And one other thing, guys, let's check. I think there is a line here, a division line here. Okay, let's just confirm that in other screens. Okay, confirm that in other screens. As you can see, guys, there is a line there that divides this. Okay, can this be a bottom border for this flat list? Let's try that, guys, before we continue. Where is the style? Let's say border. Let's start with the border width of 1 and border bottom color. Let's just put the red for now, a noticeable color. Okay, is this border bottom color? Yes. Border width? Yes. But now what is this on the top? I'm happy with this, but I'm not happy with that. Okay, let me say border. Okay, let me see some options for the border. Okay, let's say border top. Okay, now I see, guys. I see. Okay, it's not the border width because it's the width of like all the borders. Okay, it's the border bottom width. Okay, border specifically bottom width. Where is that? Here is it. Okay, border bottom width of 1, and that is it. As you can see, guys, we've got border bottom width of 1. And then in terms of the vertical padding, let's give it some more space, guys. Let's make it 20. Okay, let's make it 20. As you can see, I'm happy with that. Enough space on the top and enough space on the bottom. Let's change this to gray. Okay, as you can see. Now that we are working with some colors, okay, now that we're working some color, let's see which colors, what colors that we are going to repeat here, that we are going to use oftenly. Okay, as you can see, this light gray to me looks like it's the same as this one for this background. Okay, and this gray here is the same as this one, that text gray, and what else, and also this one. So there is a need for consistency in colors. Okay, so what we are going to do, let's go to our constants. Okay, let's go to our constants. Let's go to our constants folder, and then from here, what I did, I've made a folder which is constants. Okay, and inside this constants there is an array. Okay, let's leave this one like this for now, but inside this constants I want, okay, I want a TypeScript file which is colors.tsx, and it has been capital letters for a reason. Okay, I like to put all my constants as capital letters. Okay, so here I'm going to have an image, sorry, a variable const colors, okay, equal to, and then I'm going to put some colors here. Let's say primary. Let's see. Okay, happy with that. Secondary, happy with that. Let's say light gray, happy with that. Okay, let's say text gray. Let's say light gray. Let's say light gray. Let's have gray. Okay, let me just go back here. We've got this strong gray. Okay, we've got this lighter gray, and we've got this one. So we've got 3 different shades of gray. Okay, so let's make this gray, let's make this gray 80. Okay, this one, and this one, let's make it gray, what can I say, gray 50, and the lighter one, let's make it gray 10. Okay, or maybe the words will work well than the numbers. Okay, yes. Okay, this is strong gray, this one, this is gray, the actual gray, and this one, it's light gray. Okay, 100%, guys, happy with that. Okay, so we've got strong gray, we've got light gray, we've got light gray, and then we've got gray. Okay, Let's stick to the capital letters. Okay, so now we need to go to our UI and we need to sample all these colors, and we know after this we are good to go. Okay, we won't have any problem with colors. Whenever we want to use a color, we just sample it, or we take it from, okay, whenever I want to use the color, we will take it from the constants. Okay, this is light gray. Now don't forget to put a hashtag there. This is light gray, and then this is dark gray, almost like it's black. Okay, let me use this, close to black. Okay, somewhat there. This is strong gray, and then this is gray. Okay, this was strong one, and this is gray. Okay, just something like this. Copy. This is gray. Okay, and then let's go to our mockup. Let's try to determine here which might be the primary color. Based on what I see here, to me, this is orangish. Okay, this is orangish. Okay, orangish. So this orange, which is close to red, is going to be our primary color. Okay, orange is going to be our primary color, and this yellow, okay, and this yellow somewhere here, okay, make it yellow, pimp it a little bit to be yellow, okay, and this yellow is going to be our secondary color. Okay, and then let's look for a tertiary color. Okay, do we have a tertiary color? Okay, is this red? Okay, as you can see, we've got this red. Okay, let's call this light red. Oh, okay, it's going to be a tertiary color. I'm sorry. Okay, our tertiary color is going to be this one. As you can see, this color appears in most of the places. Okay, and that's not an accident. We have it here on this icon. We have it here on this image, though it was not, I think it was intended to be there. This guy has been intentional and very smart or creative. Okay, even the colors that, excuse me, even the colors that has been used, as you can see, they are cohesive and consistent. Okay, where else that red has been used? It has been used here. Okay, it has been used on that image. Where else? Where else? Where else? Okay, also here, I think it's that's red here. Okay, so let's use this red as a tertiary color. Okay, this light red, okay, as a tertiary color. Okay, use this red as a tertiary color. Let's go back and see what else. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. Okay, the only color that I see, which I don't really have the name for, it's this one. Even this one, it's not a solid color. This one, okay, as you can see, it's some sort of what can I say, a transition. Okay, in graphic design we call it a gradient. Okay, since this is a linear gradient from this color to this, but this one, it's not that more important. We can do it, we can cross the bridge when we get there. Go back to what we were trying to solve. Okay, where we wanted this, but with this name and this gray. Okay, 100%. Let's see, guys, go back to the code. Let's show the view. Okay, let's show the view. Why this is not showing? I am not sure why it's not showing. Okay, it might happen it has been disconnected. Let's just quickly check, guys, if what might have happened. It doesn't want to show. As you can see, I think it has disconnected. Let's check. Okay, let's check, guys. Connect again. Yes. Okay, as you can see, guys, we are connected. We are back. Okay, 100%. What else do we want to do? We want to go here, and then let's pin it. Okay, scratch it a little bit. I'm happy with this. As you can see, it looks like the quality is better, the quality of the icons, than the way it was before. Okay, let's appreciate that in our trial of this application. Okay, now, guys, let's work with consistent colors. In terms of this gray, let's try light gray. Okay, or normal gray. Let's go back to the app. Okay, let's import colors. Before that, let's go to gray. Instead of putting gray, let's say did I export the colors? Okay, I didn't export this. Okay, let's make this colors capital letter, export colors. Okay, what can we do? Can't we take these colors, guys? My apologies about that, and put these colors on constant. Put these colors on constant and export this from here. Okay, as you can see, guys, boom. Okay, let's just quickly check that. Here I want colors. Because it has been exported, it's supposed to be here, dot, and then I want gray. As you can see there, guys, this is that gray, but I might want dot light gray. Okay, as you can see, guys, this is the light gray. So let's come here, close this. Do want to save changes? No, not only I don't want to save changes, I want to delete this file. Okay, that means now we've got a file with all our constants. Let's continue. Now let's go back to the problem at hand. Let's copy this flat list. Here is it. Copy it, copy the flat list, save. Boom, as you can see, here is the flat list. Do we want it to have a border the bottom? No, we don't want to have, we don't need a border bottom. We don't want this on this flat list. What else that we don't want are the images. The images are a bit bigger. Okay, and we have different images. Okay, let's see. The images, which is 45, let's make it 50. Okay, I'm somewhat happy with that. Okay, I'm somewhat happy with that. Okay. Now, for the sake of simplicity, okay, for the sake of simplicity, as you can see, this component, as much as it looks like this circular image, but it's somewhat different. Okay, we have two options to create all the variants of this component and fit them in our initial component, which is going to make that initial component complex, okay? It's going to deviate from the single responsibility principle. Or we can create a new component, okay, which is going to be the avatar, okay, which is if it's an avatar, yeah, this is an avatar, okay, it's a circle with a description just like this one. So instead of just creating this, let's create this, because this, it's a variation of this, okay? This is what I mean. This is the same as this, but this one has got three, in fact it got three elements: the image, the bold title, and the small description, of which this one, it has got the image and only the what, the small description. So let's create this instead, okay? So what we are going to do, we are going to go back to where we are going to copy this component. Okay, we're going to copy this component and we're going to say this is a constant. Okay, on components we're going to say avatar, okay, .tsx. I don't have that. Okay, we don't need to copy this component, my apologies, but we are going to use it, okay? RNFE as a shortcut. Happy with that. The first thing that we need to import is the circular image, okay? Let's copy this name as it is. We need the circular image. The circular image, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where I want to go? Okay, this is not avatar. Okay, let's go back. Okay, let's just quickly go to Google and test something. Okay, 123.google. On images, let's say avatar. Okay, and let's search on images. I just want to be sure of why it's taking some time. Okay, I don't know, where am I here? I never planned to be here. Okay. Okay, let's say avatar UI. Let's see what's going to be there. Okay, it's avatar with TAR. Okay, I just wanted to be sure so that I cannot put TAR maybe, whereas I was supposed to put TOR. Okay, I can see, guys, the correct spelling. It's TAR. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's go back. Now, what I want, let me export my avatar. Export my avatar. Okay. Now I need to import the circular bar. Import the circular bar here. The circular image. Okay, I want to import the circular image. And then what I want to do, I want to copy. What can I copy? What can I copy? What can I copy? Let's go to app. And then let me copy this circular image and paste it here. Okay. In terms of the margin right, I don't really even need to pass the style for now. Okay, let me go back to this circular image. Remember, the style might be there and it might not be there. So let's tell TypeScript that the style is not mandatory. Okay, it might be there, it might not be there. That's how you tell TypeScript that the style, it's an optional thing. Okay, and then let's go to avatar. The image size, I'm happy with that. The image URL, for now, let's just take any image. Okay, let me just type profile. I'll just take any image, guys. Okay, copy image URL, copy image address, go back. Let's just put it here. Save. Okay, this is an avatar. So what we want to do, we want to create a flat list of avatars, meaning that where is the flat list? Where is the okay, the avatar, does it receive the props at the moment? I don't think so. Okay, the avatar must receive some props. The first props that it receive, it's all the props from the circular image as they are, because inside it has got the circular image. So what we can do, we can copy this part as it is. Okay, because an avatar has the circular image, so it might as well copy all the props from the circular image. Okay, even the style. Okay, import that. And then additionally, it has got, let's give some naming to this. Okay, it has got, let's name this as the title and a subtitle. Okay, because if we can say the name and the surname on the job title, now this avatar reusable component, it's starting to take the context of this avatar, of which we want to strip out the context. Okay, and deal with the content. So let's have a title and a subtitle. Okay, so it must take on top of these a title and a subtitle. Okay, now it needs to receive these. We need to type this, and a subtitle as string. Okay, is the title and the subtitle mandatory? Okay, let's see. Let's just make them optional for now. Okay, let's just make these optional for now. It's not a must that you put them there, but if they are there, where they are going to sit, they are going to sit here. Okay, this is going to be the title, and this is going to be the subtitle. Okay, let's just quickly do some styling. Okay, the style for the title, let's put a font size of, let's put a font size of 18, and a color of capital letter colors. We are going to import it. Dot, let's say dot, let's say dot 3 for now. Okay, let's say strong gray. Okay, and font weight of bold. And then let's come here to this is not the title, this is a subtitle. The subtitle style, color. Okay, the color is going to be colors dot light gray or gray. Let's put gray. Okay, let's leave the font size for now. Now guys, let's try to reuse this so that you can see visually what is going on there. But before we do that, okay, we've supplied the image. Okay, now let's create a flat list of avatars. Okay, let's change this to avatar. Let's change this to avatar. save. Okay, as you can see, guys, now these are the avatars. Okay, since we have a choice, because in this component we have supplied some styles, which is margin right of 15. Why is that not applying to the avatar? Simply because the avatar doesn't do anything with the style. Let's confirm that. Okay, the avatar does receive the style, okay, but it does nothing with it, as you can see. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do, we need to tell the avatar that use this style. My apologies for that. We need to tell the avatar use the style that you are receiving from there, and the avatar is conforming to that. And then what else, the size. Okay, the size, this is 50, and what was the previous one? Okay, this flat list, what is the size? This is 45. Okay, so meaning that this is a little bit bigger. Let's just make it 55, because to me it doesn't seem big enough. Okay, this is a little bit bigger. Okay, I'm happy with this. And then let's pass the title. Coded design. And a subtitle. Subtitle as Smart Developers. Okay, as you can see, guys, boom. Okay, we've got the title and a subtitle. Okay, now we need to work on proportions. Okay, as you can see, these are a bit smaller. Okay, these are a bit smaller, very, very small. Okay, this title might work for this name. Okay, it might work for this name, but obviously if we remove it, we are going to be left with only this one. Okay, even guys, this small title can work for this, but it just have to be a single line. Okay, so that the other line can be pushed to the bottom. Okay, now since this title is not mandatory, it might be there, it might not be there. Let's remove it. As you can see, it's not there. But the problem what that we have, even if it's not there, but the space, it's still occupying the space, which is a problem. So let's go to and fix that. Let's go to the avatar. Let's tell the avatar, let's do a conditional rendering. You only render any component, more especially between these ones, the title and the subtitle. You render the subtitle, this as the title as a component, okay, only when we have the text. Okay, this is how we're going to do that. We're going to use a ternary operator, which is more like a shorthand for if else. Okay, so let's say title. Do we have a title? Yes. Then render this. If we don't have a title, render null. As you can see, now this has not been rendered because it doesn't exist. It doesn't even occupy the space. Let's do the same thing for this. Do we have a subtitle? Yes, then render this. If no, render null. In this case, we have a subtitle. Now, let's work with the parent container, which is this one. This take the styles from the client container. As you can see, it's receiving them, but we don't want it to just take only those styles. Okay, it must have its own default styles. So it must be a combination of styles. Okay, our control of this, because it's an avatar, so there are some rules and regulation that it wants as an avatar. It wants to impose those on the layout, on itself and the children. But however, it might add these styles. Okay, so that means we need to do that to accommodate that. Okay, now let's just see how are we going to do it. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, no overload matches this argument. Usually it has an array. Okay, when you want to put more style, you use an array. Okay, but now I just forgot how, which I don't think it's this way. I don't think it's this way. Let's just see. It's not this way. Okay, 100% sure about that. And then when you want to put more style, this is what you will do. Okay, just a moment, guys. Let's say padding 20. Okay, I am sure this is how you do it. Okay, including this array. Okay, and I would like to assume you put your first curly braces and you put your second curly braces. Okay, but it looks like this one works, but this one doesn't work. I wonder what made it. Does it give me? Yes. Okay, let me say color. Okay, guys, my apologies. Sincere apologies. React Native is different from a web CSS. Okay, React Native styling is a bit different from CSS, normal CSS. With normal CSS, any styling works on any component. A div has got a color, it has got a background, it has got a lot of things, margin. But with React Native, this common component, which is a view, by default, it's a layout. Okay, it doesn't display any text. It doesn't have a color. Okay, I was right, but I was wrong by testing with a color. Okay, let me test with a background, because this property, okay, this component doesn't have a color. Okay, so as you can see, guys, you can merge styles, okay, by putting them in an array. Okay, what does that mean? It means that we can have the default styles here and we merge those with the styles that we are taking them from here. Okay, let's quickly do that. Okay, from here. Okay, if we are encountering some problems, as you can see, guys, we are not encountering any problems. Okay, if we were encountering some problems, we're going to try a different option. Okay, maybe we were going to put here a dot to how many dots? 3 dots. Okay, I think it's how many dots when you are spreading. Spreading, I think it's 2 or 3 dots, but obviously that is not the case. Okay, I was going to try that, but that means we are winning. Okay, we've got our default style, which is a red background. At the same time, we've got the styling that we are taking from the client module or from the client code, which is this one. Let's continue, guys. What did we want to do? What were our intention for this? We said, I quickly forgot. Okay, the reason why we wanted to have the styles for this, okay, we were here, okay, and then we wanted the gap between this and this. Okay, yeah, the gap between this picture and this text. Okay, as you can see, there is no gap at the moment. Let's quickly add that. Okay, first let's put a flex of row, flex direction, of row, and then we can put a gap of 5. Let's see. Flex direction of row arrange things into rows. So here I wanted column. My apologies. As you can see now, we've got the gap. Okay. In terms of the size, okay, let's remove the red now. Okay, because we are happy with what we were testing. Okay. Now what we want to do, we want this to be a single line. Okay, a single line. This is let me just test my luck. Okay, I'm just testing my luck as I'm just trying. Let's see on text title. Okay, this is the text. On the styling of this text, okay, can't we find something along the lines of single or multiple lines or something like that? If not, let's go to the actual text itself here. Let's just check. Maximum font, no. Line, something like this. Line break mode. Okay. Line break iOS. Number of lines. Let's start with here. Okay. Let's say number of line 2. Guys, I'm just fluking. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm just trying. Okay. This is the number of line, which is 2. Okay. Doesn't matter if we increase it to 6. Okay. Just testing. 0. Okay. Doesn't make an effect. Let's check another one. Okay. Line break mode. What? Let me just type the wrong one so that it can correct me. Okay. 1 of 2 props text. Okay. Read only is not assignable to a type of head, middle, tail. Clip. I think this clip, this is familiar on Tailwind CSS. Let's quickly check clip and what else. Okay. Okay, so the options that we have here is head, middle, and tail, and clip. Okay, guys, if we don't get this, obviously I was just testing. Okay. Okay, let's say head. Okay, as you can see, guys, we are not really getting what we want. Okay, let's go back to our friend ChatGPT. Okay, in React Native, please show me how to, okay, have a line break on a text element. Okay. Okay, this will be something that I will learn from here. Okay, I have never encountered this problem. Okay, let's see. Okay, we can use this. Oh, okay, this is familiar. Line 1 and then break 100%, guys. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's copy this as it is. Okay, and then this is what we want now. Okay, as you can see, guys, ChatGPT is very intelligent. It's very smart. I use it a lot of times, as you can see. Okay, these are the things that I've been asking ChatGPT, and I got great answers. Okay, as you can see. So this is one of the brilliant answers from ChatGPT. So what we want to do, when we know beforehand, the word that we are going to put there. For instance, let's go to the text, to this title. Let's say we know this title is going to be Matthew Coded Design. What we can do, we can fit in this in between these words. Okay. Save. Why Matthew coded design is not updating? Oh, okay. Remember here we know we are not showing the title because it's not visible. Okay. My apologies about that. Let's scroll down to the subtitle. Okay. Okay. Scroll down to the subtitle, as you can see, guys. Okay. We've got Matthew. There is a space. Coded design. Obviously, our syntax is not okay. We might have missed something there. That's not much of a problem, guys. But as you can see that this has been arranged like what can I say? This has been arranged vertically, okay, one on top of the other. Okay, we can fix these curly braces and remove them. Okay, that's not much of a problem when we know, but we don't know the text that is going to be supplied by this calling module. Okay, smart developers, it might be smart developers, it might be smart space developers coded. Okay, meaning that we need to see how do we make sure that this has this. Okay, not a problem. Okay, not a problem. First of all, let's figure out the correct way of using this so that we don't have these curly braces and all other things. And then from then we will see what we can do from there. Go back to avatar. Yes. Okay, it looks like I don't need this. Okay, looks like I don't need this. As you can see, guys, 100%. What are other things that I don't need? Okay, this dot Matthew. Which dot must we remove? Okay, looks like we can just use this like in normal HTML. Okay, 100%, guys. Okay, as you can see. Now what we want to do, let's try this. Okay, let's try this. On top here in avatar, we are receiving subtitle. Okay, we are receiving it here. Before we return, okay, let's say const test is equal to subtitle as a string. What we are going to do here, we are going to use in Visual Studio back then in 2011. I forgot when I was in varsity, guys. My apologies. So we had string properties and method. These are methods that are available, okay, in the for strings, okay, for manipulating strings. Now we need the knowledge for manipulating strings. That's what I wanted to say. It's been a while since I've been in varsity, okay. So what I want to do, I want to substitute as we receive this string. This is the trick here. As we receive this string, I want to look for an empty, in fact for a space, not an empty string, for a space, and in this space I want to substitute that command, this new line command. This is a new line, okay, the new line command where I am, okay, that /n, that's what we want to do. So let's see, dot replace. Okay, as you can see, guys, here is dot replace what with what. Let's see here, the search value, I'm searching for a space and then comma. Let's look at this, the replace value. I'm replacing this with what? Okay, let me replace this with forward slash, and this is backward slash n. Okay, I think this is it. Now let's take this test and display this test there. Okay, instead of displaying this, let's display the test here. Let's see. Guys, we have one. Now we've got smart, then we've got developers. In terms of coded, I cannot tell you why coded has not been replaced. Okay, let's just go to the calling module. Isn't this a space, or it just take the first occurrence? This is a space, save. Okay, that one is not much of a problem, guys. I will rely on you that you can figure this one out. At least you have seen how I have solved the problem. So I would like to assume you can make your own research and see what you can do. So let's check the UI. As you can see, okay, we've got all. We've got new on what, we've got budget meal, we've got catering. Okay, let's just continue there. Okay, now let's just make sure things are centered properly. Okay, let's take this text. Okay, now let's just put budget meal here. Okay, budget meal. Okay, as you can see, budget meal is working properly, but the alignment of this text, as you can see, is not centered, and the alignment of this text, okay, relative or with the image is not centered. Let's work on that. First, let's go to the text on avatar. Go to this text, this one, okay, and then on the styles, I'll say align, not align items, text align center. Okay, as you can see, guys, and then we want to go to this component that that contains all of this. We want to align item center, okay, which is this one, align item center. Okay, no difference. Okay, let's also add justify and see. Justify content, let's say center. Let's see. Not really. Okay, maybe this is perfectly centered, but it's my eyes. Okay, let's just quickly test something, guys. Let's scroll. As you can see, guys, we are getting there. Okay, now what we want to do, we want to go to our constants. Okay, we want to go to our constants. Then we need to copy this constant. Okay, and then we need to name this constant categories. Okay, I hope those are categories. And then let's see. Okay, and then what we want to do first, let's use categories here instead of restaurants. Where, let me save this, and then let me go back to the flat list, and then let's use categories here. No suggestion. I didn't export the categories on constants. Okay, my apologies about that. Go back here, and then let's import categories. Save. As you can see, guys, the same thing. Now what we're going to do on those categories, let's just look for images which look similar to this one. Okay, let me just say food vector image. Okay, as you can see, guys, let's copy the, where is Where's the image address? Okay, copy image address. Okay, let's go to our constants, our categories. Okay, the first one, save. Okay, at the moment we are not using these images. Okay, that's not much of a problem. Let's just copy image address for now. Just replace. Okay, the other one might be this. Copy image address. The third one, okay, let's save. And then let's go to these images. Let's remove this default image here. And that happens where? I think inside avatar. And then here is the default image, of which now it has to be item.image URL. As you can see, it's too long. That's not much of a problem. Let's just remove it like this. Okay. Delete this. Okay, this is a mistake. This is a mistake. I didn't want this. Do this. My apologies about that, guys. Okay. And then, okay, undo. Okay, looks like this image want to play with us. Yeah, this image is too long. Okay, just delete it. And then let's say item dot, oh, my apologies, item dot. Okay, where I am lost in my own code. I'm in avatar. Okay, where do you get your own image URL? You get it from here. My apologies, I thought I was inside a flat list. Okay, which is you are supposed to render the image URL. Save. Okay, as you can see, guys, the first and the second one, it's what we want. Okay, let's continue to put more images there. More images that looks like the ones that we have on the UI. Okay. Okay. Copy image address. Go back. Constants. And then I think here. Okay. Go back. Copy image address. And then change here. Okay. Now what we are going to do, just like last time, from here we are going to do copy and paste, guys. Okay. Or let's first remove these ones. Okay, these ones for the restaurants. Save. Let's check the mockup. Okay, we still have one KFC there and the Burger King. Okay, let's go back. Okay, that means second last. This one. I think these two are supposed to be gone. As far as I'm concerned, 100%. Then we can copy these. Duplicate. Save. As you can see, guys, this is where we are. I'm happy with this. Okay, this is where we are. I think the words are a bit bigger. Okay, the words are a bit bigger. What we can do also in terms of these images, as you can see, this one doesn't really look nice. This one, okay. What can we try fitting the images? Okay, for now, let's just leave it like this. Okay, let's change the size of the font. This size, it's a bit bigger, but let's test. Let's look at the mockup. Okay, it looks like this is too much. Okay, let me make it smaller a little bit and see. Go back to the avatar, the title. Let's go to the description. Where is the description? Lost in my own code. Okay, on the subtitle, not the description. Subtitle, let's say font size. Let's start with 12. Okay, at least I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Okay, let's see, guys. Okay, that means we are almost 1 hour 20 minutes. Let's continue, guys, and see. Continue. Okay, now what we want to do, we want to do this. Okay, these categories, and it looks like there is an arrow there. To be honest, I'm not sure what this arrow does. Maybe, okay, maybe when you click here, there are some ratings, okay, or maybe when you click here, there are some options. What can I say? There are some categories under this one. I am not sure, but for now, let's just do the plain simple ones, okay? The plain simple ones for now, okay? Okay, for the sake of time, okay? Let's continue. Okay, we're done with the first one. Let's see, according to the UI, looks like there's an enough gap from this bar to here, okay? But I don't think I have enough here. Okay, I don't think I have enough. Okay, let's go to the first flat list in application, the first flat list, which is this one. Okay, on the styling, vertical gap, let's make it 30 and see. Okay, does it look like this one? Not really. Okay, and then I want padding top, it must be 30. Okay, only padding top. Is this the first one? Yes, let's say 40 or 50. I didn't see the impact. Yes. Okay, I'm happy with this. At least this distance. Okay, according to this phone. Let's make it okay. This has kicked me out. That's not much of a problem. Let me make this distance 40. Okay. Apologies about that, guys. Let me just quickly log in again. Okay, let me pause the video. Okay, guys, I am back. As you can see, let's continue. Okay, I'm happy with what we've came up with. Let's do this. Okay, let's do this part. Okay, now this part, it's not going to be a flat list. Okay, at least I've showed you how to render a flat list. Now I need to show you the other way of doing the same thing, but a different one. Okay, which is we're going to use a scroll view for these ones. Okay, let's just quickly do that. This is just going to be one component. Okay, let's just quickly do that. Let's go here, my component. Let's say these components are the component subcategory. Okay, no, I want to be here. Okay, let me just say this component is subcategory. Yeah, categorize, category. Okay. Dot tsx. Okay. Let's test something. Category. Okay, I'm happy with that spelling. Let's go back. Okay, RNFE. This is the subcategory. So what we want, let's quickly create a view for subcategories. Okay, guys, I have lost the internet connection. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, I will tell you now what it means. Okay, that means that I am in South Africa. Okay, in this day and time and age in South Africa, we've got something called a load shedding. Okay, this is just a power cut that is not necessarily random, but it affects cities in different times and in different ways. So this means that in the area or in the city where I am, we've just experienced a power cut. The story is very long. I'm not into politics, because maybe if I was in politics, I was going to have a clue as to why, as a country, we are going to have something called load shedding, where the electricity goes off at some point. Okay, it's like we are sharing it. Let's say electricity was a bread and we were a big family. Okay, so it means that we need to share it all, not necessarily a bread. Let's say it was a tool. Okay, maybe a car that we are sharing. So time and again, the other family will have to use the car, and the other members. So that means these ones they don't have, and the other ones they have. That is a smart and an intelligent story that I can present to you in trying to explain load shedding. Beyond that, I will have to know more about politics of the country, of which I'm not good at that. With that being said, guys, unfortunately, we have to end this video here. I wanted to finish this video. I didn't want it to be part one and part two, but because of that, guys, please accept the inconvenience. That means that this is not connected, as you can see, guys. Okay, it's not connected, and we are not connected to Expo. My sincere apologies about that. I am Matthew Msingati, the designer and developer from South Africa. In this channel, Coded Design, I teach you tips and tricks that will help you in the work environment. Okay, some other clones, they are not this long, they don't explain this much, simply because it's all about showing you that it works. Okay, as long as you can see that it works, and that's it. But to me, when I got into the work environment, I realized, guys, as YouTube teachers, we don't teach coding the way in which we are going to write it in real life. Okay, so the one that we're teaching on YouTube is kind of lightweight, it's quick. We don't look at the good programming practices, refactoring, design patterns, dry principle, solid principle, coding to an interface, than concretion. We don't look at those. Okay, but in this channel, I want to give you a lot of value, so that even if it's your first time at work, you can start to see the patterns and the things that I've been teaching you. What it's guaranteed from this channel, when you get into the work environment, you are going to be that different developer. Okay, the guy who seems to write a clean code, the guy who seems to write a code that other people understand. Since in my experience, I was plugged into a spaghetti code, and I was expected to make changes and make miracles overnight. To me, that was the turning point, that I need to practice to write a clean code. In closing, guys, this is my tip for you. The problem about a spaghetti code is that it's familiar. When you are working on the code, no matter how spaghetti it is, it's like the saying that says, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. When you are working on a spaghetti code, it becomes familiar, and it becomes not spaghetti to your own eyes. As a result, you are going to push that to other developers, asking them, what is difficult or what is complicated in this code? It's spaghetti, but you are used to your own spaghetti. Getting into clean code as quick as possible, as much as you can, it's a big value and a big win in the development industry. I'm Matthew Msingati, the designer and developer. Don't forget to code badly with pride. See you on the part 2 of this video.